Welcome back everybody to another video, and today we're going to be doing the Pavlov Iceberg. Before we get into this, guys, this video took me a lot of effort to make, so make sure you shake that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my amazing channel members. Thank you guys so much, you mean the world to me. The Surface RC next Tuesday. So our first one coming up is actually pretty funny. It is referring to the developer of Pavlov, Dave Vills. When he was announcing the brand new RC update for Pavlov Shack to come out, he would constantly confirm that it would come out next Tuesday. But when Tuesday would come around, there would be no update, and this happened for many weeks. This one is more of a Pavlov Shack inside joke from the community, and if you're around waiting for this brand new update, you will definitely have gotten this joke. Side quest. Side quest refers to a time when Pavlov Shack was not on the App Lab, and the only way to get Pavlov was to download it on SideQuest. If you don't know what SideQuest is, it's basically a third-party app store for the Quest 2, and games that haven't been approved for the Oculus Quest store are available to download on the SideQuest store. Basically, this entry is just talking about when Pavlov Shack was not available on the Oculus Quest 2 store, and the only way to obtain it was through SideQuest. Rigged Russian roulette. Basically, in Pavlov, every Russian roulette game you play is rigged, because the person who is holding the revolver will know when the next bullet is going to shoot. All you have to do is look at the front of the gun and you can see where the bullet is actually chambered. If it's on the left side, almost to the barrel, that means that it's going to shoot. So next time you're playing Russian roulette, make sure you're the one with the revolver in your hand, or that the person who does have the revolver actually spins the gun every time they pull the trigger, to make sure that your Russian roulette game is not rigged. Newton gun out of map. So basically everybody knows this glitch in Pavlov and Pavlov Shack. What this is referring to is the Newton gun that you can get when you are a trader in Trouble in Terrorist Town, or TTT. Using the Newton gun, you can get outside of every single map in Pavlov and Pavlov Shack. All you have to do is find an area that's low enough for you to launch yourself on top of, and you're basically out of the map. But in a regular match of TTT, you only get about 3 shots of the Newton gun before you end up suiciding, because the gun does so much damage. I also forgot to mention that if you're caught doing this glitch, that you will most likely be kicked in the next round, because the community hates this glitch. But if you're in a lobby with some friends, go ahead and have some fun, get out of the map and explore. Old smokes. This is referring to the old smoke grenades that were in the old beta of Pavlov Shack, and possibly the new smoke grenades that were added in the newest RC pre-patch. In the old build of Pavlov Shack, the smoke grenades were completely broken. You couldn't see a thing inside the smoke, so they completely stripped them from the game. Until this most recent update, the smoke grenades were finally added back in. Yet the smoke grenades were still completely broken in the new RC update, and the game mode Search and Destroy was completely busted. All you would have to do is throw a smoke grenade down and the enemy team could not defuse the bomb. It made defending and Search and Destroy absolutely suck, and it was painful. But luckily, Dave and his team patched it after a couple of days, and smoke grenades are actually pretty balanced now. You can now see enemies while in a smoke grenade, and you can also see the bomb while in a smoke grenade, which is how it's supposed to be. I don't know why it was removed and then put back in the game if it was still busted. But the old smoke grenades were absolutely terrible. LMG will overheat. So if you guys didn't know, you can actually shoot the LMG and the barrel will turn red and overheat, and it won't allow you to shoot the gun again until the barrel cools down, which I think is a nice touch of realism in Pavlov that you don't usually see, and something I didn't really know until doing this list. Now, I'm not sure if this works for the World War II LMGs, but I do know this works for the modern LMG in the game. So next time you're using the LMG, just make sure it's not overheating. Psychopath roll. So I'm sure many of you know about this by now. In the recent RC update, they added a brand new role to TTT. And I already covered this role and what it does in my other video, 20 things you didn't know about the brand new Pavlov update. So if you guys still don't know about this role, go ahead and click in the top right corner to learn about the psychopath. But first, go ahead and finish this video and then click on it, okay? No scopes. So obviously this is referring to a time when Pavlov Shack did not have scopes. And I believe actually right now the live build of Pavlov still doesn't have scopes, which depending on how you look at it could be a good thing and a bad thing, because scopes can lower the FPS of Pavlov Shack and make it unplayable sometimes. But they work pretty good for what they are right now, and I'm happy they're in the game, because back in the day, oh boy, we had to use that 50 cal with no scope on it, walking around with the 50 cal like your Pistol Pete. But in all seriousness, it was pretty broken and snipers were pretty useless. Clown infection. So Clown Infection used to be the only infection game mode that they had in Pavlov, which obviously they just added infection in the brand new RC update, which is a great game mode, might I add. But Clown Infection was basically just cowboys versus clowns in this old Red Dead Redemption type of map. You're just in an old western town trying to survive the onslaught of clown zombies, and it was a fun game mode if you had the right people in the lobby. But now since they've added infection into Pavlov, Clown Infection, I haven't seen any lobbies for it. which I don't know if the game mode is still alive or not, but if you guys have seen any Clown Infection lobbies, let me know down in the comments. Old gun sounds. So in the latest RC update, they changed the gun sounds in Pavlov Shack. Now the gun sounds have been changed in the PC build of Pavlov, but not on Pavlov Shack. Now sadly I don't have any clips of the old gun sounds, but you'd likely not want to hear them anyway because the new ones are way better. Windows in data center. Now this is referring to the map data center. If you go to the A site, or as some people call it, pillars, there's actually 2 little windows you can jump out of, and you land right in the hallway near the stairs. And this can be a pretty overpowered spot in Search and Destroy if you know how to use it just right. Now I'm not sure if this works on the PC version of Pavlov, but I'm sure it does. There's just actual glass there, because in Pavlov Shack for some reason there's no glass or glass physics. I don't know, now that I think about that, that's pretty weird. But let's just say if the quest can't handle gore and scopes, I'm sure it can't handle glass physics. Kids in Pavlov. I'm sure we all know about this. Basically in every lobby, there's going to be a kid in Pavlov. For some reason the game is rated M, but the kids just ignore it. For some reason parents think it's okay to subject an infant to shooting and gore. But hey, parent how you're gonna parent. I think the main reason that a lot of kids are in Pavlov is because the game is free. And I think we're gonna be seeing a lot less children in Pavlov once the game releases fully. But hey, try this challenge out for me. Go into a TTT lobby and try not to see a kid. Bet you can't complete it. Alright guys, I'm gonna join this random TTT lobby. Hey, are you a kid, man? Are you a kid?
Maybe.
Shut the Beneath the surface, COD Z. So COD Z is a game mode in Pavlov, and I wouldn't even call it a game mode. It's basically Call of Duty Zombies in VR. Now Pavlov Shack I know used to have a version of this, but it was really crappy. I mean, like, it was so crappy it's not even worth playing, to be honest. But now the one on PC, oh my goodness guys, let me tell you, it is exactly Call of Duty Zombies just ripped out of the game and put into Pavlov. I mean, they have all types of custom maps. They have Origins, they have 5, they have Keynote or Toten, they have Nocturne or Toten. They have them all, baby. And the best part is, they have all the mechanics too. Like, literally in Origins, you can get the staffs. And the Panzer Soldat comes out, and they even have working giant robots. I mean, this is completely insane. I don't even know how this is in Pavlov, and I'll probably be making a video about it very soon. But yeah, COD Z is the only reason I own Pavlov on PC. And if you have a PC, you should definitely give this a try if you're a huge fan of Call of Duty Zombies. Also, George Romero in VR is actually the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Proning. So all this refers to is the ability to prone in Pavlov Shack, which is surprisingly a Pavlov Shack only feature. I know they plan to add this to Pavlov on PC. Also, you cannot prone in S&D. Like, I don't know what gives, but isn't that like the one game mode where you'd want to prone in? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't feel like proning in TTT unless I'm playing dead for the trolls. But yeah, basically proning is a thing in Pavlov now. Pine Hill blockout removed. So this refers to a brand new Pavlov Shack map that was added in the RC update, and for some reason, I don't know why, they removed it from the game. I hope they add this map back in because it was really fun to play on, to be honest. And it was one of the only night maps in Pavlov Shack. Like, what gives, guys? You add something then take it away. I don't get it. But I don't know. Let's start a hashtag. Bring Pine Hill Blockout back. Okay, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. OG Containers and Container Yard. So OG Containers is the map you're seeing on screen right now, but the version of this map on PC is called Container Yard, and it looks a lot different than what we have on Quest. And the really weird thing is that Container Yard was on Shack at one point, way back when it was on side quests. I remember playing zombies on it when I first got the game, but I guess they want to keep the Shack and the PC version different, so hey, we got 2 different maps, but they share very similar layouts. Honestly prefer Container Yard over OG, but hey, it's up to you. Halo Zombies map. Now what this is basically COD Z, but with a Halo skin over it. It's honestly more terrifying than COD Z is, and it's just as good as COD Z. It even has Pack-a-Punch and stuff, and obviously that's not in Halo, but it really makes for a great map. Sadly, this is only on PC VR, so hey, sorry for you Shack players out there. But yeah, if you have Pavlov VR on PC, definitely check this one out. It's just as good. Glitch and Survivalist removed. So honestly, a change that I liked in the new RC update was the fact that they removed Glitch and Survivalist. They also removed Jester as well, but I heard they have plans to bring Jester back, so we'll see about that. But yeah, these 3 roles in TTT are now out of the game. Honestly, Glitch was stupid anyway. Kind of just ruined the whole point of TTT. But hey, let me know if you guys missed these roles down in the comments below. Pav Z. This is definitely one of the more popular custom game modes in Pavlov Shack and in Pavlov VR. It's basically DayZ but in Pavlov. You go up and you loot a bunch of containers for loot, and you just try to survive the zombies and the players, and you drop all your loot when you die. And overall, it's a really fun game mode. It has a big map and a bunch of players who play on it. But on Shack, I hope they up the player count because there's just not enough players for that big of a map. It's actually the map that I filmed Pavlov Zombies on. So if you guys want to check that out, click the annotation in the right corner. Of course, only after you're done watching this video. Early beta weapons. So this is referring to 2 beta weapons that aren't in the game anymore. I say they're not in the game, but they're basically in the game. They're just reskinned now. It was the hunting rifle and the AK-74U, I believe. But yeah, these weapons and models are not in the game anymore, and we're only in like the earliest build of Pavlov Shack. But yeah, even though these weapons are pretty much in the game, I'd still love to see them come, and AK-74U would be dope. Yeah, I know we got the Draco, but still. April Fools. So on April Fool's Day on Pavlov, they always do some kind of gimmick. For the last April Fool's, they added an eggplant into the game. No, seriously, literally an eggplant. And when you stab somebody with it, it would make this sound and be like, boah! It was so fucking weird. Oh yeah, and they also added laser chickens into the game. Yeah, you heard me right. Laser chickens. The map sand was basically just a meme. It was practically unplayable. You couldn't play on that map without some bull crap happening. Yeah, but if you're playing Pavlov on April Fool's Day, just keep your eyes out. You never know what's coming next. I mean, seriously, I'm honestly excited to see what comes next April Fool's Day. Meat cleaver. So this is a lot alike the April Fool's skin. Basically on Halloween, the knife turns into a meat cleaver. Now sadly, I can't find any pictures or gameplay of this. I think it's only happened once in Pavlov's lifetime, but I definitely remember it being there. I played around with it, but that's before I was doing Pavlov videos. But basically on Halloween, keep an eye out for a new knife skin. Candy cane. So another knife skin. The candy cane obviously comes on Christmas, along with, I believe, a Christmas-themed grenade. I think it's the discombobulation grenade, if I'm correct. I don't know, I didn't see this personally. I also think there was a yellow snowball, obviously meaning that somebody pissed on a snowball, but once again, keep an eye out on the holidays on Pavlov. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. Patreon AK skin. So this is referring to an AK skin that you could only get a long time ago if you were a Patreon member of the Pavlov team, and some people believe that this AK has 0 recoil. Now, I'm not too sure if that's actually a thing, but if it is, that's pretty overpowered. This was for both PC and Shack. It's really rare in Pavlov Shack, but I've seen it a few times on Pavlov PC, just because the community isn't so large on PC. But yeah, if you see this skin in game, then you know that's an OG player. Sword fight. Now, this is another custom game mode in Pavlov. I haven't seen it on Pavlov PC, but I definitely have seen it on Pavlov Shack. Basically, there's no guns, and you're just running around with a bunch of bayonets and knives trying to kill each other. And it could be really cool. Some of the bayonets look like swords, and you can go around dual-wielding swords trying to kill each other. Overall, it's a 10 out of 10 game mode. Pretty fun. And if you guys see a sword fight lobby, definitely try to check it out. Shack Too Many Guns glitch. This refers to a glitch that's on Pavlov Shack. Now, I don't know if it's on Pavlov PC, but pretty much in any game mode, if you can buy a weapon, if you just spam buy pistols, the entire game will start to break. The FPS will drop for the entire lobby. It's pretty much just a crappy move. Like, if you're doing that in a lobby, then you're just a crappy person. But yeah, sometimes it can be pretty funny, especially when I do it. But yeah, definitely don't do this glitch. It's kind of broken, and it entirely breaks the game. It'll even crash if you get too many guns on the game. Bottom of the iceberg. Weapon charms. So basically, weapon charms are a feature that's being developed for Pavlov right now, which personally I'm really excited for this to come out. It'll finally allow you to customize your weapon in some type of way. Now, I don't know how soon this is actually coming out, but it seems like very soon we'll be getting weapon charms in Pavlov and Pavlov Shack. I mean, it'd be really cool if I could have my YouTube logo as a weapon charm, but I don't know how deep the customization will be for these charms. And I wonder how they're going to be implemented. Like, are we going to have to complete some achievements in order to unlock them? Or are they going to have like a Fortnite item shop or something like that? But I'm really excited for weapon charms to come out. It'll be a great feature to the game. Weapon skins. So basically, like the same thing with the weapon charms, weapon skins will be added to the game at some point. Like I said before, there's already a Patreon AK skin in the game, but I mean, we want a bunch of camos. We don't just want one. It's already been confirmed that they're adding this into Pavlov VR and Pavlov Shack. It's just a matter of waiting until the update comes out where we can customize our weapons. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about weapon skins. Are you excited to customize your weapons, or could you care less? Tank survives 50 cal. So in TTT, there are multiple detective roles. There's Sheriff, Detective, and Tank. Tank has the most armor in the game, and is pretty much the only role that can survive a 50 cal shot from a terrorist. Now, I don't believe he will survive a headshot, but anywhere on the body, the tank will actually survive the one-shot sniper, which I think is pretty insane. Like, the tank must have 4 waifu body pillows tucked under his jacket or something. Like, I don't see how there's any way you can survive a 50 cal shot to the body. But hey, if you're the tank, you don't have to worry about getting one hit from a sniper. Black Widow. So there actually is one free skin in the game for everybody to use. The only problem is it's extremely rare. I'm not even sure if the Black Widow skin is actually on Shack, but supposedly if you're playing the World War II game mode and you pick up the German pistol or the Luger, that it will sometimes spawn with a secret skin on it. But like I said, I've never seen this skin before. Either it's extremely rare or it's just a really hard skin to notice when you have it. Either way, if you pick up a Luger, check it out and see if there's a skin on it. You might have spawned in with an extremely rare skin. Let me know down in the comments if anybody's ever seen this skin before. I know it's in the game somewhere, but I can't find any gameplay or pictures of the skin. Some people say that this skin might actually be haunted as well, and that's honestly pretty creepy. 50 cal extra ammo glitch. So there used to be a glitch in Pavlov Shack in the TTT game mode where you could actually get more ammo for the 50 cal or the terrorist sniper. All you had to do was buy a flare gun and you had extra ammo for the 50 cal. I honestly really liked this glitch. I think it's kind of stupid how the 50 cal has one shot. I think the terrorists deserve at least 3 shots for the 50 cal. It's just a really loud weapon, and if you shoot it, everybody knows where you are. I honestly thought that when it was in the game it was actually intentional, but nope, somehow they mixed up the flare gun ammo and the 50 cal ammo. I don't even know how that's possible, but hey, it was a glitch at some point. Let's start another trend. Hashtag bring back 50 cal glitch, baby. Jared Easter egg. So if you guys don't know, Jared is actually one of the developers of Pavlov, and his profile picture is like this really weird monkey looking thing. I don't know how to describe it honestly. But yeah, if you're playing Trouble in Terrorist Town and you grab the flare gun, you can actually see Jared's face on the side of the flare gun. It's honestly a really obscure Easter egg, and I only noticed it after a whole year of playing Pavlov and closely looking at the flare gun. But yeah, I find his profile picture personally to be pretty creepy. Like, I don't know, is it just me or does his like profile picture look like a cannibal or something? It's basically just like a skinwalker, something running around in the woods at night naked, just ready to feast on you at any given moment. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Some people say Jared is actually hiding in Pavlov somewhere. Now, I don't think that's entirely true, but it still is pretty creepy. Solo lobbies. Solo lobbies is referring to when you're alone in Pavlov VR and you can't help but feeling isolated and creeped out. Many don't know how to describe this feeling. I myself have personally dealt with this. I get really creeped out when playing Pavlov alone. I don't know, there's just something about walking alone around a map. You just expect something to be around the corner, but there's nothing there. I already did a video on this topic, and if you guys want to watch that, click the annotation in the right corner. Of course, after you're done watching this video. Gun offset adjuster. The gun offset adjuster is a feature that's only on Pavlov Shack, and it's pretty underrated in my opinion. It basically allows you to change the angle at which you're holding your gun, and this can be pretty game changing. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, so I'll always put it in my videos whenever I can. Make sure you use the gun offset adjuster because it can actually seriously help your aim out if you know how to use it correctly. Spawn glitch. Now this is referring to a bug that's actually in Pavlov Shack right now, and it is completely busted. Pretty much the most broken glitch in the game, and I'm not going to tell you guys how to do this because doing so would absolutely just destroy Pavlov. But basically in Search and Destroy you can spawn on the enemy team side. Yeah, you heard me correctly. You can spawn on the enemy team side and just kill them before the round even starts. Honestly, I've never done this glitch myself, but a few of my friends have, and they've said that it's a really funny glitch. But yeah, Bankrupt Games needs to get their crap together and patch this glitch as soon as possible. I can see a lot of players quitting Pavlov because of this glitch. Pavlov is VR Gmod. Basically what this is referring to is that Pavlov is less like a game and more like an engine. A lot like Gary's mod. A lot of the game modes in Pavlov right now are actually from Gary's mod. Trouble in Terrorist Town, Prop Hunt, and even the Hide all started in Gary's mod. Think of it like Roblox, where it's less of a game and more of an engine to build whatever type of experience you want to build. Basically, Pavlov is the VR Gmod. It is the frameworks of a game that allows you to build whatever type of experience you want to, whether that be roleplay, Trouble in Terrorist Town, or even some of the crazy game modes like COD Z. A lot of the stuff in Pavlov is custom made. Pavlov is whatever you want it to be. Gestures. Gestures is a new feature that was just added into Pavlov Shack, and is surprisingly once again a Pavlov Shack only feature. I know the developers at some point plan to add this to PC, but right now it's only on Pavlov Shack. You have a couple of gestures you can do with your hands, you can flip people off, you can point, and many more. I think it was an amazing feature that should have been added into Pavlov. It allows you to express yourself better in Pavlov, more specifically just flipping people off. I feel like this is the only gesture that ever gets used, honestly. Under the ice. Stats being tracked. So right now, currently in both versions of Pavlov, the developers are already tracking your stats. Now I don't know how they're tracking our stats and what they're tracking, but they've stated multiple times on the Discord that our stats are currently being tracked. So hopefully soon we will finally get some stats in Pavlov, so those pro OG players can finally brag about their KD ratio. Also wonder how it's going to work because there's so many different game modes. Like, will deaths just count in TTT towards your KD ratio? If so, we're going to have a lot of sweats in TTT just going around killing people for no reason. So hopefully they have have a filter to allow you to sort by game mode, because if not, it's gonna be pretty busted and stats won't mean anything, honestly. But yeah, let me know if you guys are excited for stats down below in the comments. Sand 2. Sand 2 is a brand new map in development for Pavlov VR on PC. I'm not sure if Pavlov Shack is going to be getting this brand new map, but my guess for the map is that it's going to be a lot like the first Sand map, just with a completely different layout. Kind of like Dust 1 and Dust 2 from Counter-Strike. Honestly, Sand is one of my favorite maps in Pavlov, so personally I'm really excited for this Sand 2 map to come out. Hopefully it'll top the first Sand map and be the best map in the game. But let me know your predictions down below in the comments. Let me know your opinions on the map and if it's going to be good or bad. Developer Deagle skin. This is referring to a secret skin that's in Pavlov Shack and Pavlov VR. And funnily enough, it's actually a skin of Jared. You know, that creepy cannibal monkey thing we were just talking about. But yeah, I don't know if it's Jared himself who owns this Deagle skin, but I'm pretty sure it's Jared. So if you're in a Pavlov game and you pick up this Deagle, that means Jared is in your game. So I'd be on the lookout for a crazy cannibal monkey ready to tear your brains out. But in all seriousness, this must mean that they have skins pretty close to working in Pavlov Shack, and we should be getting the update pretty soon. VR Shooter. So when Pavlov was in early development, it was actually not called Pavlov. The game was actually just called VR Shooter. And yeah, there's pretty much nothing else to this one, but it's pretty cool to think that the game has come so far since then. It was literally just called VR Shooter. And I wonder why they decided to call the game Pavlov. I don't even know what Pavlov means. The only Pavlov I know was a famous scientist. But yeah, if you guys know why, just tell me down in the comments below. I'm actually really curious on why it's called Pavlov. Win suddenly. Win suddenly refers to an old Reddit post where a player was just minding his own business in a lobby by himself until he started hearing weird sounds and got the absolute shit scared out of him. Some players believe that this map is just haunted, but I personally believe that this is just a bug in the game that makes tanks explode if you're not using them. It's a pretty weird bug and it would actually scare the crap out of me if I was in that lobby. Unused items. So this is referring to a bunch of unused items that are in the files of Pavlov Shack, and I'm pretty sure they might be in the files of Pavlov on PC. But yeah, there's a bunch of weird items, such as a pickaxe, a lockpick, and even a crowbar. If you didn't think Pavlov was Gmod, now you should. They literally have a crowbar in Pavlov. It's just not easy to obtain. But yeah, a bunch of these go unused and they serve no purpose. They're just sitting in the game's files, but they're pretty cool to look at and pretty cool to know about. I don't think a lot of people know about it. Skin store. So this is another feature that's supposedly supposed to be coming to Pavlov. The developers have stated that they want the skin store to be a lot like Rust, where it's just a bunch of community skins submitted to a store, and you have to pay some type of currency in order to unlock them, which I think is a pretty dope idea because now I can finally get that Switchblade AK skin. But yeah, I'm really hyped for this feature to come to the game. I think it'll bring a lot of life into Pavlov. We just need some more customization in the game. I actually learned about this through the Pavlov VR Discord, and yeah, let me know if you guys are excited for the skin store to come to the game. Pavlov is haunted. This is referring to the theory that Pavlov VR is haunted. Many people believe that spirits haunt the game of Pavlov, but there is very little evidence of this occurring in the game. There are specifically two maps that are haunted in Pavlov, one being Data Center and the other being Pine Hill Blackout. Many speculate that Pine Hill Blackout was removed to the game due to there being a spirit haunting the map. Many claim that over the hills of Pine Hill Blackout they could see figures lurking. On the map Data Center, many people have claimed to see figures lurking in the hallway just for it to disappear before they could capture any gameplay of the entity. But do I believe this? Hell nah, I think these people are tweaking. Data Center backrooms. This is the theory that Data Center is somehow linked to the backrooms. Many theorize that you can actually hear the hallways of the backrooms within Data Center. Allow me to play a clip for you guys, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you guys have made it this far, go ahead and shank that like button, as it would greatly help me out. This video took a lot of effort to make. And to everybody that made it this far in the video, thank you so much. You're a real one. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Thank you so much for watching the video. Anyways, guys, peace out.